You probably use IT services dozens of times before breakfast, but the people who keep those services running are often the ones quietly holding the business together. And that is why the ITIL 4 foundation exam matters. It is your ticket to speaking their language, and it proves you really understand how modern IT service management works. So here is the plan. We will step behind the scenes of the PeopleCert ITIL 4 foundation exam. You will see what is actually on it, how the questions are built, where most people slip up, and how to walk in prepared instead of guessing. Let's start with what this exam really is. As of now, PeopleCert is the official owner and examiner for ITIL, and ITIL is not a tool, a standard, or a piece of software. It is a framework, a structured way of thinking about how organizations design, deliver, and improve services so they create value. There is a newer version, ITIL 5, but ITIL 4 is still the most widely held certification and the one most employers ask for, so it is what we will focus on here. And ITIL 4 is all about value co-creation. Value is not thrown over the wall from IT to the business. It is created together through the service value system and through practices rather than rigid old school processes. The foundation exam checks your basic understanding of that world. It does not expect you to redesign your company's change process or rewrite its operating model. It wants to know one thing. Do you understand the core concepts, the language, and how the pieces fit together? So when you pick a course or a book, make sure it clearly says ITIL 4 Foundation aligned with PeopleCert. If you see ITIL V3 or anything that looks like an older draft, that is not what you will be examined on. So what are you actually walking into? The ITIL 4 Foundation exam is closed book and multiple choice. You get 40 questions. You have 60 minutes. That is usually 75 if you are taking it in a language that is not your native one, but always confirm that when you book, each question's worth 1 mark. There is no negative marking, and you need 26 correct out of 40 to pass. That is 65%. You can take it online with a remote proctor watching through your webcam or in person at an accredited test center. Either way, the rules are strict. No notes, no ITIL books, no second screen, no phone, and no other people in the room. They will check your ID and scan your environment before you are allowed to start. 3 things follow from that. First, speed and accuracy both matter. 40 questions in 60 minutes is about 1.5 minutes each, so you cannot spend 5 minutes arguing with yourself over one scenario. Second, because there is no negative marking, you never leave a question blank. Worst case, you make an educated guess. And third, the exam is vocabulary heavy. ITIL gives precise meanings to words that sound casual. Incident and problem are not interchangeable. Output and outcome are not the same. Now, what is the exam actually testing? Every single question comes from PeopleCert's official syllabus, and it splits into a few big buckets. And the first is key service management concepts, what a service is, who counts as the customer, the user, and the sponsor, what value, outcomes, costs, and risks really mean, and how service relationships work between providers and consumers. The second bucket is the service value system, the SVS. This is the big picture model that shows how the guiding principles, governance, the service value chain, practices, and continual improvement all work together as one system to enable value creation. Inside the SVS sits the service value chain, the SVC. Think of it as your organization's main production line. It has 6 interconnected activities: plan, improve, engage, design and transition, obtain or build, and deliver and support. Different combinations of those activities form value streams, and value streams turn demand and ideas into actual value. Third are the 7 guiding principles. These are recommendations that should shape everything you do in service management. Focus on value. Start where you are, progress iteratively with feedback, collaborate and promote visibility, think and work holistically, keep it simple and practical, and optimize and automate. And finally, a selected set of ITIL management practices. These replace the old process focus from ITIL V3. You need the purpose, And the basic idea of practices like incident management, problem management, change enablement, the service desk, service level management, continual improvement, and information security management. And here's the key: the syllabus does not weight these equally. Some areas carry more questions, and that weighting is your study priority map. One simple way to make this less abstract is to turn the syllabus into a mind map. Put ITIL 4 foundation in the middle of a page, then draw 4 big branches: concepts, the SVS and SVC, the guiding principles and the practices. Hang the details off each branch. And as you study, mark each node, a check if you are confident, a question mark if you are shaky. In 10 minutes, you have got a visual snapshot of exactly where you are likely to lose marks. So how do the questions themselves actually look? You will see pure definition questions. All 4 options sound reasonable, but the right one hugs the official ITIL wording. You will see short scenarios that test a single concept. A user calls something is broken, the service desk restores it. That is incident management. You will see spot the difference questions: incident versus problem, output versus outcome, utility versus warranty. And you will see questions asking which guiding principle a little story is showing. The traps are subtle. Some wrong answers are almost right, but they miss a key idea like value or outcomes. Some are too narrow or too broad. Some use old V3 terminology, so learn the core definitions almost word for word. And for every option, ask yourself one thing: does this match the official idea? Get suspicious of answers that sound like common sense but never mention value, outcomes, or stakeholders. And when 2 look similar, pick the one that talks more clearly about value co-creation. Quick check. A user reports that an application is very slow. The service desk records it and restores normal performance. In ITIL 4 terms, what just happened? That is an incident being resolved. The root cause might still be unknown. That would be the problem. But the interruption to the service has been fixed. Let's turn all of this into a simple plan. Say you have got about 14 days. Each day spend 45 to 60 minutes. Start with 10 to 15 minutes on vocabulary, terms like service, outcome, output, utility, warranty, incident, problem, practice, SVS, and SVC. Then spend 20 to 25 minutes on one syllabus area, updating your mind map as you go, and finish with 15 to 20 minutes of exam-style questions. For every wrong answer, write down which definition you misapplied. Now zoom out to the full fortnight. In week 1, touch every major syllabus area at least once, build your mind map, and use the official blueprint to rate each area strong, medium, or weak. In week 2, pour your time into the weak areas that also carry high exam weight, and do timed mini mocks, say 20 questions in 30 minutes. In the last few days, sit one full mock, 40 questions in 60 minutes under realistic conditions. And the day before is for light review, not a heroic all-nighter. If you remember nothing else from this lesson, remember this: the ITIL 4 Foundation exam is not about tricks. It is about alignment. Align your study with the official syllabus, align your understanding with the official definitions, and align your practice with the way PeopleCert actually writes its questions. Do that, and the exam stops feeling like a mystery. It starts feeling like a structured conversation you are ready to join. Yeah. That was Module 1 of our ITIL 4 Foundation course, and it is completely free. The full course keeps going, all 14 modules. Audio lectures you can learn from anywhere, flashcards and full mock exams, all free on Skarp. And if you are going for the newer ITIL 5 instead, we have got a full course for that one too. Search Skarp on the App Store or head to skarp.app and start prepping today.